Well, today I'm going to have another go at doing a abstract painting. I'm kind of progressing and learning every time I do one. Now, this is a canvas that I had that I did something on and I absolutely hated it. It was just awful. So what I did was I sprayed over it with some white paint to see what happens. Now, what I'm going to do with this one is just have a little play around with some paint. Putting it on here. And then playing around with it. And then I may add some other media to it. But I will see whether that's going to happen or not. Depending on whether this comes out like a muddy mess. But using the palette knives. Now, I'm not going to talk all the way through this. You'll be pleased to hear. What I'm going to do is just probably play this. I may speed it up a little so that you don't get too bored. And then put some music over it. But at least you'll be able to see what I'm doing.
Living in bubbles. Too late. They say I'm always too late, but I'm just spending my time doing what I feel like. And if you're down for it, yeah, I could take you in. But if you're not a fighter, I can't promise anything. If everyone maybe I'm too taboo. If everyone knew all the things I could do, shoot me down, I'm back on my feet. 'Cause all I really need is me. If I could just share my view, maybe I'm too taboo. On my own, dance in the streets. 'Cause all I really need is me. We can pretend that we're just friends, yeah. But who are we kidding? We can pretend that we feel nothing. But if you're game, I am willing to jump.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dry and then I'm going to add some other bits to it. possibly some lines and some black, and we'll see how it comes out. But I do think I'm starting to progress. I mean, I'm still quite a beginner at all this abstract painting, but I'm learning a little bit more as I go along. And I think that's what it's all about, learning a bit more and having some fun. I mean, I just really enjoyed doing that. It took me 10, 11 minutes, but it was just a lot of fun. And I'd like to get to the stage where I can really be proud of my abstract work. So this is starting to get on its way to being dry. It's not fully dry yet, but it shouldn't take too much longer. And I'm a little bit impatient. What I've got here is one of my Spectrum Noir Illustrator pens. And I'm going to, I feel I've put too many scratch marks in. I wish I'd done a quarter of that. So what I'm going to do is go over some of these using this black pen and giving it some depth like this. And I think what that will do is that will cut down on the amount of ones there are there, even though there'll still be the same amount there, but it will make them look slightly differently. If only I had a steady hand rather than a tremor, I think I could do this a lot neater. So I'm going to go through it and do a few like that, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished that part and before I varnish it, ready to hang up on the wall. Well, I think I really quite like that now. It's got a lot of different colours going through it, and I've tried to match up the same colours as I've used for this. Once it's varnished, I'm sure that those colours will pop. I'm going to leave this to dry now, probably for about another week before I varnish it with a gloss varnish. And then I'll show you what it looks like on the wall, varnished with a gloss varnish. Well, my picture's all finished now, and I gave it a couple of coats of a spray varnish. And the reason I used a spray varnish is because I thought if I brush it with these alcohol ink markers, then what might happen is they might smear or move around because of the varnish. So I sprayed it and none of that's happened. I actually really like it now, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the wall. There we go, that's what it looks like on the wall. I definitely think I'm improving. It isn't as easy as you think doing abstract art, or certainly not for me, but I think I'm improving and I'm learning different techniques all the time. I quite like the energy and the movement that is in this one, and the colours as well. I'm going to show you what it looks like up the other way. That's what it looks like up the other way, and I think there is no right way or wrong way to have this. I actually think I do prefer it round the other way. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you're on a journey with abstract painting. I'm really enjoying it and I'm learning all the time. Please move that like button as well. It really helps my videos to get out there. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee just to say thank you and help support this channel, then the link for that, as well as the link for everything else that I've used today, is in the description below. Take care, enjoy your crafting, bye.